It's like any new technology, right? Where, the internet was around for 5, 10, 15 years before something happened. And, same with Bitcoin and blockchain. And it's nothing like a price rise to get people interested.
Sure, absolutely. Are there safe ways to invest in cryptocurrency or ways to invest that you're not worried about?
Yeah, absolutely. So, when you talk about ways to invest in this, besides just buying the currencies, which I think is a very legitimate way to do it, but there are stocks out there that are starting to get more revenue from this. So look at something like Taiwan Semiconductor. They make all the chips that all these miners are using. So people talk about, how do I buy the picks and shovels? Taiwan Semi is a perfect example of that. You can look at something like IBM. They're using blockchain technology to build different platforms for Walmart. That's been announced in the news. So there are ways to get exposure to this, and these are companies that are fully transparent, fully disclose exactly what they're doing.
Bill?
Brian, what about the SEC's role in all of this? If you're the head of the SEC, do you sit there and think that maybe Riot Blockchain or companies like them have pulled a fast one? And what do you do about that?
Well, I think, the SEC has done a great job over the last couple months and before that, actually, pulling out some of these companies, not necessarily saying Riot, and they're not pointing out any one, but in general, the SEC has stopped trading on a lot of these. So they have done a great job, in my opinion, with the regulation. They've understood that this is a new technology. They want to foster innovation, but at the same time, their job is to protect the public. And they have stopped trading on a lot of these names.
Because, Brian, if you're a fan of the space, probably the worst thing that you could see happen is the kind of schemes where people just do a name change, attract a ton of new capital and perhaps add to the dubious associations that already exist around crypto, right?
I mean, certainly doing kind of strange things with name changes, going from a biotech company to a blockchain company within a couple weeks is not the optics that I would want to see for the industry. This is a legitimate new technology that is currently changing the world. And so, for me, I'd rather people focus on that than these type of things. So yeah, I would agree with you.
And we should highlight that Riot Blockchain does insist, guys, that they do crypto-related businesses. They've made some investments in exchanges, and they've also bought some mining equipment, and say they will be mining Bitcoin soon.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.